The world is a vampire sent to drain.
So, Kaylee, what exactly is a function?
Well, you see, it's using what you have to get what you want. So here we have f of b, bread, equals b, bread, times t, toaster. So we want toast, so we're going to use bread and toaster to give us toast.
Woohoo! And boom!
Good job. Okay. Woo! Okay. Morgan, what are you doing?
You said you could take what I...
No, it doesn't work like that. You can't put a peanut in a toaster. It's only for bread. Like waffles and crap.
Oh, my bad! Linear functions are actually one of the most simplest functions that there are. The general equation is f of x equals ax plus b. So, with that given, we've taken this right here in the general formula, f of x equals 2x plus 3, and we've graphed it. So we got the points 0, 3 to start out with, and then you rise 2 and run 1. So that gives us the point 1, 5. So this is what the general graph would look like of a linear function. Usually, after they ask you to sketch it, they want to know domain and range. You have to ask yourself, do I know what domain and range of a graph can be? And let me tell you, it's actually very simple. I'll turn it over to Kaylee to let you know how that goes.
So, domain and range. I'm going to tell you what they are. Okay. The domain is the x values from left to right. So here's the x-axis, right here. And so it's going to be from left all the way to the right. When they ask for a range value, they're talking about the y-axis and anything ranging from down to above. So over here on the y-axis, anything ranging from here all the way up. So there you go, domain and range. Okay, so the third kind of function we're going to talk about is inverse functions. And earlier we talked about the domain and range. Well, the domain of anytime you're going to see f to the negative 1 power, that just means inverse. So here the domain of your inverse is going to be your range of f. So same with range. So the question is the equation f of x equal to 3x plus 2, 1 to 1? And that just means two different inputs and outputs. Your only step here is going to be the horizontal line test, and that's just making sure that all your x values are different. Here's an example of something that does pass the horizontal line test. It's just a straight linear function, and as you can see, they're not overlapping anywhere on this x-axis. But over here, we have a parabola opening up into the first and fourth quadrants, and they aren't. It does not pass the the horizontal line test. Stop it, Morgan. Okay. Anyways, all right. There you go. Bye.
Last but not least, we have the absolute value function. And actually, next to the linear functions, they're one of the most non-complicated. Now what you do is you take this general formula, and it actually kind of looks a little more difficult than it is, but this is not a thing. So, in order to get your point, you set up a graph. And for each value, you put 0 in for the x's, and it outputs a 0. Same thing, you put a 1 in, and it outputs a 1. Now when you get to the negatives, you might think you might trick yourself, but it's no big deal. When you put a negative in between the absolute value signs, you're always going to get a positive, no big deal. So that's how we get our rest of our points, and as we see here, this is what it looks like. It's got the typical V-shaped with our numbers. Besides that, functions are no big deal. Everybody can do them. Just have fun.
So Morgan, I'm very glad that we got our toast now.
Yes,
Yes,
very
That's
glad.
what you wanted, so you better freaking eat it.
It looks delicious.
Have another piece.
Thanks, the brick blended nicely.
Would you like a spot of tea, perhaps a crumpet?
Spotted tea, definitely 2 sugars. And how's the bread taste, dear?
Just a little stale.
Well, bloody hell.